All right, guys, as you can see, I've already been marking on my paper. I had to do another take. I'm going to try to make this video in less than 5 minutes, so bear with me. So I'm going to show you how to think through 4 types of questions. The best thing to do when you are answering multiple choice questions is to note the keywords and to make sure that you are really covering everything the question is asking you. So you're always going to get a question related to central idea. So which of the following best describes the theme of the poem? In order to answer questions like this, you must think about the poem in its entirety, and you must read those last 2 lines. Read those last 2 lines, okay? And you have to think about what the poem in its entirety focuses on. Not just a part of it, but the whole poem. Let's go. So, A, people tend to care only about themselves and cannot easily connect with others. This is only half of this is correct. If you think about the idea of being an island, only half of that is correct. However, the poet adds more to their argument. That's out. Peace among others and different people and countries is possible through shared grief. We don't talk about grief, so I marked that off. I took that off. I'm like, we don't talk about really being sad. Everyone and everything in the world is connected. Yes, we saw keywords that relate to that as part of a larger whole. That's correct. We talk about this idea of a peninsula. We talk about this idea of a continent. We talk about this idea of soil and being washed away. Yes, that works. It's correct. Let's go to 2. How does the figurative language in lines 1 through 4, that's going to be our focus, develop the poem's theme? So now that you said the theme comes back to this idea of everyone, everything, and how we all need each other for the larger whole, you have to pick an example that relates to that. All right, so A is, it compares people to land masses. When one clod is washed away, it lessens the continent. This develops the theme of connection between individuals and parts of a whole. Okay, that. Let's see why the other ones are wrong, though, really quick. It compares people to islands, and when one island loses, that's the issue, loses land, it only impacts that one island. Well, that contradicts the whole poem. C, it compares the world to the continent of Europe. This develops the theme of European expansion. No. Across the world, uniting different parts of it under colonial rule. No, we're not making it sound like that's great. It compares different people to land masses. When one clod is washed away, it lessens the continent. Sounds good so far. This develops a theme of peace and unity among different countries. That was not the focus. So that's why D is wrong, because it wasn't the actual focus. This idea of peace and unity is not what this poem kept coming back to. Sounds good? Nope. All right. How is the word diminished like used within the context in line 6? All right, line 6. Go back to the line. Any man's death diminishes me because I'm involved in mankind. So, keywords, the idea of the clod. So, I have the idea of soil being taken away, the idea of less being less than. So, those are our clue words. I'm going to go back. It ends me. No, I don't come to an end. It saddens me. Yeah, I'm sad, but in the context of this poem, he's not really getting into his emotions. It's not the focus, okay? The focus. Belittle, belittle means to like make somebody feel less than, but in the context of like you're making fun of them or making them seem like they're less than a person. So this context doesn't work. Less than, like I'm less than a whole human being. All right, and then which of the following quotes best supports? This is where we struggle the most, okay? Supports the answer to part A. So which one supports this idea of lesson? Which one comes back to the central idea? One man is an island entire of itself. That contradicts this idea of being less than. It contradicts it. You're saying that you can be an island. B, if a clod, so a piece, be washed away by the sea, Europe is the less. Oh, that word's even there. As many manner of thy friends or thine, what is it? I forgot what this is. Oh, thine own were. That's just talking about your friends or my friends. Like, no, when I paraphrase that. And then I am involved in mankind. That's only half of it. So it doesn't speak to the idea of, okay, you're involved, but what happens if one man is gone? So here's the thing with these. You got to paraphrase them. You got to put them in your own words. This is usually where students struggle the most. All right? Holler at me if you need help.